Good afternoon, my friends, and today we're doing something totally different. This is a Metroidvania, and it's also not a blind playthrough. Quite the contrary, in fact. Ori and the Blind Forest is one of my favourite games. Not only have I beaten this game before, I've actually 100%ed this game before. So this is not a blind playthrough. We're going to be playing through Ori and the Blind Forest. And the reason for wanting to do this playthrough is, number one, I've never actually got round to playing the sequel, so let's sort of play this in preparation for playing the sequel. But also, Ori and the Blind Forest is one of those games that is just such a joyful experience. And part of the reason I even started this YouTube channel is about sharing that gaming experience, right? So, yes, it's not a blind playthrough, it's a game that I've played before, but it's such a great game, it's one of my all-time favourite games. It's kind of a Metroidvania. It's not a puzzle game at all, incidentally. Metroidvanias and puzzle games, those are probably the two genres of games I play the most. But it's very much not a puzzle game. It's mostly a Metroidvania. And it's just such a brilliant experience from start to end. And it's quite a short one as well. It's about 7 hours long, 8 hours long. So this series should be probably around 10 or 11 episodes, something like that. But it's the only platformer I've ever played that felt just really, really fun and engaging just in the movement on its own. I mean, I know they do say, sort of historically, you know, with Mario 64, for example, they spent a year of Mario 64 in testing, just getting Mario's movement right, because it's all about, you know, does the movement feel correct before you do any level design whatsoever. And I know Celeste as well was one of those. Celeste, of course, very much a traditional platformer rather than a Metroidvania. Started Celeste, never finished it. The music as well on this game, it's one of those ones that you just add the playlist to, well, whatever. I've certainly had this playlist on our road trip playlists before. This soundtrack on our road trip playlists. I've had it on our bedtime playlists as well for my daughter. It's a very sad story. I haven't played this game since I became a parent, right? This is going to hit me right in the feels. One of the things that no one tells you about having children, right, is that your hormones are just all just totally different. And stuff that wouldn't upset you before just makes you a total mess once you have children. It's a real thing, genuinely. I did describe this as a purely joyful game in the introduction, and I stand by that, right? There is definitely a disconnect between the themes of the game as exist in the story versus how the game makes you feel mechanically. Right? Now, sometimes this effect is called ludonarrative dissonance, but that usually tends to be reserved for when the lore or plot would enable something that the gameplay must prevent for a sensible reason, right? So your classic example is the fact that you cannot cut your way through a locked door with a lightsaber in any of the Jedi Fallen Order games. And the fact that the in-universe rules do not apply to the game, taking you out of the experience of the game, is what some people refer to as ludonarrative dissonance. Now, I would say this is a similar effect because the themes of the game are very dark, but how the game plays evokes a different emotion, I would say. Especially when you unlock the dash later on in the game. Okay, and we are in the game proper. So, no going to the right there initially. So yeah, there's just something about the way that Ori jumps and moves. He's so fast. We can get into there. Fill that up to gain ability points. Now at the moment the water is all toxic to us. You can now collect and use energy. You can use energy to save your game, which, incidentally, the fact that you can save your game wherever you want but it uses energy to do it is a genius mechanic, and I love it. We're going to pick up the tiny light, and this will enable us to attack enemies. Now the combat in Ori I also really like, because you... Okay, so this is sane. So what you have is you have this ability that Sane has to fire energy at enemies, but you do not need to aim it, right? So you need to physically avoid enemies, but other than that, your attacks will automatically hit them. And again, I just really like that as a piece of design. As is very common, select opens the map. I really like that as a piece of design because it means that combat becomes a little bit more sort of... What's the word? Combat's not the most important thing in this game, right? The platforming is the centre stage. Now, I need to remind myself what abilities are where. Quick Flame, Spark Flame. So these are all your fighty ones, which we sort of don't need straight away. Most pickups float to Ori, that's pretty handy. Map markers, life efficiency... Ability markers, right, so that gets us all the stuff from the map. Allows reusing soul links, shortens the cooldown timer. Creating a soul link restores life. Halves the cost of charge flame. Air dash. Charge dash. Water breathing. Triple jump. So yeah, it's this track which is arguably the most important to grab. But initially I think we're going to use sort of Spirit Magnet, because that does get us... It gets us our ability points sort of more easily by having things float towards us. So that gets us out of here. First of all, though, let's go to this fountain. So this is basically your bonfire, and you can also fast travel between them. Trying to remember, how do you double jump? So we cannot fast travel using that one. Ah, shoot. This is going to be a bit awkward. I can't remember. It has been a little while since I've played this game. I'm going to put that out there. Oh, maybe we're literally just supposed to... Right, yeah, we're literally just supposed to go ham and jump over it that way. We'll get a double jump very, very soon. We should be able to jump this way down here. Okay, I think we're supposed to be going to the Hollow Grove, right? Sunken Glades, Hollow Grove, so that's going to be this way. Can't get through there. Doesn't seem like we can get through here either, though. Let's continue this way. Let's try going down first, I think. Now what do these do? Map stones. Probably down here, I reckon. I think this is going to give us our double jump. Oh no, it's wall jump first, okay. quiet. We've still got enemies here. Great. I think that is a good point to go and have a look at abilities. Yeah, let's up our damage output a little bit. Now we can't get to that without a double jump for sure. We don't want to open that. Oh no, actually, no, we can open that now. I have a feeling what we want to do is create a save point here. Because this can be a little bit tricky to traverse. Okay, map stone acquired. The map was over this way, I believe. Yes, it was. Brilliant. Oh. Shoot. Getting hit twice there has actually really given us a bit of a problem. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that was actually really close. That was a touch close. The energy gates were sealed by the spirits of the past. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a no. Right, which way are we now going? Okay, So, lots of spikes that way. We're going this way first. Did you see how that spike slightly moved towards me? There. No good at all. We need that map piece. So we've got to be a little bit more careful than we have been being with this section, but that's going to get us 4 of those. There we go. That's a slightly tricky section, that one. Yes, the evil owl. Next objective. Oh. I thought we'd have to ground pound that to get in there. Ooh. Does that mean we can slightly order break? Oh no, now we're actually a little bit stuck. Oh, unless there's an ability we can unlock. Handy. So, what are we going to get here? Charge flame. Hold X to charge, release X to detonate. I believe this is how we get through the breakable walls. But those breakable walls are going to have to wait till next week. Yes, you might notice that I'm now wearing a totally different outfit. I had to cut the recording there very suddenly. But you know what? Hey, half an hour for the first episode of this is probably about right, yeah? Let's leave the longer episodes for later in the run. Not that there probably will be long episodes, because as I said, this is quite a short game. But I hope you enjoyed this episode 1. I think I'm gonna... I love this game so much. This is one of my 10 out of 10 games. I'm really going to enjoy sharing this with you. Hit like, hit subscribe to get notified when episode 2 is going to be available. I'm going to see you guys soon. Bye bye.